You gotta have that killer instinct.
Van Fleet.
If you believe you can do it, then you can.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Executive's View. This is the view from on top, man. You could be anywhere in the world on a launch pad edition, but you're here with the few of us, man. I do appreciate that. You guys know how I get down, man. If you see the show, share the show. We're all over the place, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. We're doing big things in big places, and definitely want to take everybody along for the journey. I don't do this by myself, man. I got a group of brothers that are sitting here ready to talk about everything surrounding this Houston Rockets squad, man. My man Larry's in the building. What's going on, Larry? How we doing, sir?
Yo, what's the deal, fellas? Hey, yo, we back in the house, man. Coming off of last night beat down, man. Hey, it was one of them. Throw in the towel, somebody, please throw in the towel, man. Around here, that was a whoa.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I was sitting over here. I was sitting over here like Anchorman saying, "Whoa, that escalated real quickly."
It got crazy quick, man. It got crazy quick. We'll talk about that here in a minute, man. Jesse's in the building. What's going on, Jesse? How we doing, sir?
Serious, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Can't complain, but you know, this is what I came for. Hey, man, this is for real. LG, you know how I feel. Free Cam, man. If he gotta be traded, so be it. Now that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it, man. You sit over there with too much talent. Free Cam, I got your back, Cam.
I don't want him traded. I want him right there, being a part of the core of what we're trying to build. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm not too sure if Coach will be in or not, but with that being said, we got a lot to talk about, and I don't want to waste anybody's time, man. The Houston Rockets going into play tonight have won 13 out of the last 14 games. Let me say that one more again. We have won 13 out of the last 14 games. It hasn't all been pretty. We've endured some injuries along the way. Thompson missed some time. Şengün missed some time. Fred VanVleet missed some time. But the constant that's been there throughout this whole run is one, Jalen effing Green. So when we last spoke, I was very, very much in my feelings. I'm not gonna hold you. I was in my feelings because we was losing some games. We dipped in the standings. We went from a 2 seed all the way down to a 5-6 seed. We done climbed back up. So what the heck took place in the past 3 weeks when we last spoke to what we're watching now? Jesse, talk to me, man. Where's your head at?
I'm glad you brought up Jalen first, man, because the number one thing that I was scrutinizing him for last year was consistency. Mm-hmm. And we've seen way more consistency with Jalen this year. Big fan of Jalen. I'm glad that he's showing that he's a star, but he's borderline. He's about to be a superstar. Yeah. And man, I'm excited. The Rockets are doing what they need to do at the right time. At the right time, they turn it on at the right time.
Yeah. I like where your head at about turning on at the right time. Larry, dive more into that, man. I mean, you and I speak at length about what's going on with this particular squad. Bring some of what we talked about and off there on there, man. Jalen Green is doing well. I'm still not on the Şengün bandwagon. Don't think I ever will be on the Şengün bandwagon. Dylan Brooks is playing like a man possessed right now.
Yes.
Technical foul and the ejection last night notwithstanding. There's still some issues that I need us to work out, but where's your head at with the Rockets as we get ready for this home stretch?
And you know what? Hey, everybody that's been seeing our show, sharing our show, letting other people watch our show, I really appreciate it because somebody must have shared our show with Udoka. What is one of the things that we fussed about? Because we literally did not see all season any pick and roll settings with Green and Şengün. You know what we've been seeing lately? Pick and roll with Green and Şengün. Two best players in a pick and roll. Make the defense.
Larry, get your man. Larry, get your mans.
Dude, you know what? I get Amen been coming on, but real talk, when you talk about the Rockets, it started and began with, hey, I got one too, J-Roy. You forgot. Hey,
that's the Amen, man.
Yeah. You're looking out on her. But it starts and ends with Jalen Green and Şengün, man. And it was pissing people off how you don't run any set plays. Let them two work, man. And as much as you hate Şengün, bro, it's not too many centers in the league that can put up 5, 6, 7 assists, bro. Like he can get in that position where either he's gonna try to score or give it back to Jalen. Mm-hmm. And now you seeing them in it, and you're like, dude, this is what we've been seeing all season. Like, I'm not saying we would have caught OKC, but we wouldn't have been losing these idiotic games that we should have been winning if we would have just put ourselves in the positions to win some of these games. You know, we get on this show and we talk about how many 20-point leads they get up on. We get nervous because we know how they are. 20 is that number. You get to 20 and it's like, they about to blow it, or they about to have us over here about to pull some hair out on pins and needles because that 20-point lead is down to 3 and they're trying to salvage the win. Like, dude, this is how when your offense is not live and die by the 3, because they don't shoot them that much. But when you shoot too many threes, you gotta have plays you can go to get easy buckets. And that pick and roll has been easy buckets.
Yeah. Before we move on, Coach is in the building. What's going on, Coach? How we doing, sir?
Tebow.
Roll back.
I had to find my head. And
talking about we talking about the Rockets running off 13 out of the last 14. What changed since the last time we had the launch pad? You know, between then and now, Jalen Green's name got thrown up a little bit. Larry was talking about the innovation of them using more pick and roll. What say you, sir?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think we all sit here as Rockets fans, and we've been waiting for this Jalen Green to come about. Mm-hmm. And we've all seen it in him. And it's just like, look, like I know we battle about this, but it's like, look, Jalen, this is your team, sir. Okay. Play like it. Stop deferring. Stop trying. Like, this is your team. This team belongs to you, sir. You do your thing. And the more he's asserting himself, and yes, working the pick and rolls in, like, I think, and we've been laughing about this, I think Udoka finally has realized, like, we play these guys here, and we play these guys here, and then this is what we do. And it's called a rotation.
Wow, what a word.
Yeah. Is it Webster's dictionary? Look it up.
Yeah. I mean, look, like I said, we dump on MA all the time, but it's like, I mean, this is what happens, and this is what we was talking about. This is why we were yelling and screaming, because when you realize you have the right mix of guys at the right time, I mean, and this is what happens. I mean, what happened last night was laughable. That was just like, that was a really good team playing against a team that can't wait to get to Cancun. That was just like, I don't even know that wasn't even a basketball game. Like, we keeping it a buck. But I don't know. I'll tell you one thing that I like is the Rockets. Like, nothing is more frustrating than watching your team not get offensive rebounds. When it's just you shoot, you miss, the other team gets the ball, goes back down the court. The Rockets being able to get more aggressive on the offensive boards, I love seeing that, because, man, it's so frustrating.
Big lineup helps with that, though. Him playing a man and Steven Adams or whatever, and even the knucklehead we can't stand is grabbing boards. Jabari's grabbing boards now.
Yeah, I mean, but see, here's the thing, and it's funny with Jabari. I want to speak to him because, I mean, it's like, I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit. You know what? I'm not gonna tell y'all what the group chat is named.
Wait, hold on. Steve, did you say you gonna pull back a little bit on Jabari?
No, I said I was gonna pull back the curtain and tell everybody what our group chat name is. So But
I think I'm the founder.
I think this is what he has to do. I mean, like Jabari, this is your role. You're not at Auburn anymore where you like the star of the team, whatever like that. It's like there's nothing wrong with playing your role. But a lot of these guys these days, we talk about this, is like, yeah, we know where you were drafted, we know the expectations. The expectations have changed. We just need you to do that. It's like and if Jabari can continue to just do what he's been doing over this stretch, I mean, the sky's the limit, man. I mean, it's
off
like
the 3-point line. Get off the
Look,
3-point line.
He's hitting it though. He's hitting it. He's hitting
Look,
it.
he's hitting
getting
them.
off the
He's
3-point line.
hitting them now. He still take way too many threes for this man's taste. But it's like,
Well, I mean, when you work out with KD over the off season and you think you're a reaper like
You
KD,
are not
play like
KD, man. You're not KD.
yeah, Kevin Durant is one of one. There is one
One
Kevin
of one.
Durant.
Correct.
You cannot do what Kevin Durant does because he is Kevin Durant. And we talked about this last launch pad. It's like you see these guys where it's like, they try to idolize and they try to emulate these. No, just be yourself. It's like Jabari is like, look, when you were drafted, it was like, oh yeah, well, like it's different now, bro. It's like play your role, do what you do, get rebounds, set picks, roll to the basket instead of stopping rolling to the corner. Roll to the basket.
Help on the rebounding.
It kills me. It's like he sets the pick, and instead of rolling to the basket, like anybody who's ever played any kind of organized basketball is taught, he run to the corner.
You're 6'10". Help on the rebounding, bro. You're 6'10".
I mean,
hold on now. He get rebounds.
He's getting rebounds.
I'm backing off the Jabari. I'm backing off of Jabari. I'm moving for Jabari, man.
How many times you'll see Sengun down there and he's trying to grab an offensive rebound? He got two dudes on him, and Jabari could have just easily been down there and grabbed the offensive rebound. Because he's so far in that damn corner, he has to learn. You're 6'10", man. You should be averaging. I get it on that team, but he should be averaging at least 8 rebounds on that team. At least 8. Because he got to cherry pick leftover.
Almost 6.
That's what I said. He got to cherry pick.
When he wants to play, averages damn near 10.
Yeah. That's what he do average 10. Don't knock. I'm just saying is that. I'm just saying that if we looking at the Rockets from a whole, right? Mm-hmm. How many teams will be able to out rebound them, like you say, with Sengun, Thompson, and if Jabari get his big ass down there and rebound? How many teams would really be able to go that big to out rebound us? Not that many, bro. There's not that many teams in the league that's that big. Okay, see, maybe Minnesota when they want to play. It's not that many teams that's that big, bro. And I'm just being real. I think that somebody need to get in his head and tell him, like Steve said, we get who you were, and you thought you were the man. You actually thought you was gonna be number 1 pick, but that didn't happen. But on this team, you're not an alpha dog, man. You are
and that's the thing. I think I don't know if there was a shift in his psyche, especially when he was out for so long, and a man came in and just went nuclear. But I have seen somewhat of a shift. Mm-hmm. Not a lot, but somewhat of a shift in how Jabari's playing.
Because Jabari had to realize, like, I gotta have a different approach if I want to see the court again.
Right.
Right.
Now, granted, so I want him to go on as yesterday, but since the Rockets are hell bent on keeping him, I do kind of hope that they figure out, especially when it comes playoff time, because we all understand when the playoff comes, the rotation is significantly shorter. Mm-hmm. And back to Jesse's, whiteboard sign. I want to see that. Yeah. Show Steve. Get up to the camera. I want to see that brother play. I want to see him play.
Dude.
Please, man.
Consistent minutes, bro. That's all I'm asking for.
Consistent minutes. Like, it's just like, give him. Okay. We talked about rotation and all stuff like that earlier. Give him. You have that. Yeah, I mean, it's like give him like that time, like from middle to second quarter. Let him open up the third quarter. Something like I don't know. You need to give him a good amount of time. You can't just be like go in there and then give him 3 minutes, a couple trips up and down the court, and then take him out. It's just
what I'm getting 0.
He's too
explosive.
Go ahead, J-Rock.
Ime said Cam has superstar potential.
But he's
So
on the bench.
why are you not playing him, man? This came out of your mouth. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. And now, I done got to the point to where if he got to be traded, I can't let him sit on that bench like that and rot. He's lying.
Here's the sad reality, though. I don't want him traded, going somewhere else, and blowing up. Like,
well, I mean, that's what's going to happen.
I mean, I understand it's going to happen. But, like, I want him in the mix. I want him in the rotation.
Exactly.
I want him on the floor before I see Reed Shepard. I want to see him on the floor before I see Jeff Green's old ass. I want to see him on the floor before we throw out pretty much anybody not named. Well, Thompson's starting, but like he needs to be the seventh guy off the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
But for whatever reason, he's not like, and it baffles me that Cam Whitmore, to your point, Jesse, has star-like ability. Yeah. I'm not saying upper echelon Jalen Green types and Luka and LeBron and all those guys, but the brother, he can score. He's a walking bucket.
Yep.
And we need more of those in the fold as opposed to just shipping them off to some other squad so they can get themselves a walking bucket. We got guys on the roster that can get a bucket at the drop of a hat. If Jalen's not going, Cam can get a bucket. If Cam's not going, Amen can get a bucket. If Amen's not going, hell, Fred VanVleet can get himself a bucket. We got bucket.
Goon can get a lot of buckets too.
I'm not even mentioning him.
I
am not going, Shango. We got buckets. They sit the bench.
Yeah.
It baffles my mind. Go ahead, Larry. Talk to me.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that, man. He got to get consistent minutes, man. And like, if you got to snatch some minutes from somebody else, give them to him. But it's mind-boggling that this dude have so many DNPs. Well, yeah, you couldn't find it. It's crazy. And you know who he reminded me of? They starting to make Cam Whitmore look like KJ Martin. Remember KJ Martin would come in and he would cook, and you'd be like, okay, well, KJ needs to stay in this role. Let him develop. And then it'll be like 5 games in a row, do not play for KJ. And I really think the Rockets hurt his development because they would not let KJ play. It was like he would play, he score buckets. Oh, we're not going to play him for 5 games. Or he'll play in his 3 games. And you could see the potential in KJ Martin. Like, and they held on to him for so long to what now I just think he's still doing a little bit now, but I mean, I think they hurted him so much. He's not the player that he could have been because they didn't develop him. And I see them doing that with Cam. Even though Cam is a little bit better than KJ Martin, but I just see them doing the same repeated thing over again. Where you see them is giving minutes to guys that I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't gonna lie. We talk about Jabari, but how many games have we seen Jabari getting 30-something minutes when you could have been like, hey, Jabari could have had 20 and he's struggling and gave those other 10 to Cam. Or those other 13 again.
Something.
Struggling.
Tate or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I was about to mention Tate.
Tate plays way too much for my taste.
Yeah.
And like, I understand he's a guy who, again, you need guys like that on a team to fill out a roster. But it's like, man.
But we got Dylan Brooks.
Udoka could give Cam some of Tate's minutes. I just want to see that. Just for again, not for a game, but for a stretch. And we're running out of season here, boys. And I would like to see him down a stretch here get a couple of games where he's getting those Tate minutes. And that's not to say, Tate should get DNPs, but it's like that's where the extra minutes are, I believe.
I mean, Tate averages about 11 minutes a game.
That's crazy.
About 11 minutes a game and averages 3 points a game. You know what I'm saying? 2 boards, a half a dime, and he shoots 46% from the field. That's Jason Tate's 2024-2025 stat line.
You could give Cam 12 minutes and he's going to give you 9 points.
He's averaging 10 points a game with the minutes that he has.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm looking at it right now.
Go ahead, J-Rock.
No, you know I like to play devil's advocate, man. What if, this is a big what if, y'all. What if Ime is waiting to unleash him in the playoffs? That way, it's not that much tape on him. and Case really scout for him because he's not really. I'm hoping that's what Ime doing, man. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can think of.
That makes too much sense, which means that's the farthest thing from Ime's mind.
Yep.
That is the farthest, because honestly, for me, if you were going to kind of rally him up and kind of get him going for the playoffs, you would be playing him now.
Yeah,
13 minutes now, because there's literally 2 weeks left to go in the regular season.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. It's like we need to get something needs to shake in this last 2 weeks. Because it's not like we had a whole lot of time left in the regular season. It's like, again, Ime Udoka has just recently learned what a rotation is. Now you have to set that rotation. So
I mean, yeah. So, but dude, yeah, man, the Rockets is rolling. Coach, you popped in late, man. Yo, I don't even know where to take this from here, man.
I wanted to say this real quick though, and it almost make you wonder about Udoka, right? Because you see what Boston's doing, right? And Boston is another team that's probably at least 8 deep on Boston, right?
But they play together now. They played all year.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, they have guys they give certain minutes to, right? And it's consistent. And he's also not, quote unquote, as some of our other co-hosts and peers would say about these Knicks running his guys into the ground. If you gave Cam a little bit more minutes, then now you're not running. I get Jalen, they young, but you could say them a little bit for the playoffs. But it makes you wonder, and that's where I'm going with this, because to me, when you talk about a Cam Whitmore, he needs to be like a Peyton Pritchard. You know how Peyton was kind of struggling. They were struggling to find him minutes and where he would fit in on that team. When you pull like a Jalen out, or you pull, like a Sengun or whoever else is scoring on this, you pull them out, you tell Cam, come in the game and you got the green light, like they do Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard has the green light when he come in. Okay, cool. You're going to get them consistent minutes and we pull him back out. It almost make you wonder, and I'm not taking nothing away from Udoka because he got us in the second seed, but it makes you wonder, was it a combination of him and what's the Celtics coach? I forgot. Was it a combination of the two of them, or was it a little bit more, the Celtics coach than Udoka? It make you kind of wonder because he should have been.
I had to think about
Madula. Yeah, there you go.
He should have been figured it out.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah, because like I say, it's not like he coming from a team that wasn't already deep before. He should already figured this out.
Well, I mean, to your point, Steve says this a lot. He said it a lot on here on the Launchpad, and he said a lot on our Tuesday show, especially when we talking basketball. We got 2 weeks left, right? We should have damn figured this out a long time ago, bro. You should have figured this out a long time ago. And so the excuse that he's just not figuring it out, or because he came from Boston, again, no disrespect to Boston, this is H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Tatum, Brown, those guys that come along with you. But the concepts of understanding a rotation, that's coaching. Yeah. The concepts of understanding how to get your best five on the floor at the same time for the need of the situation, that's coaching. And to borrow a Tobyism, what I'm saying, because y'all know I'm still a fan, you don't run away from coaching, you run to coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it makes you wonder, like, dude.
And they used to run away from coaching.
Yeah, but it makes you wonder, like, dude, like, okay, I can see if the team wasn't that much talent and you like, okay, I got 3 real ballers on this team and the rest of these guys are going to play as I see them play. I can see that. But when you got a team that literally you can go 7 deep with, dude, you use those 7 players, bro. You don't just say, okay, I'm not going to use Cam and he's not going to play at all. Like I said, we literally would sit here and we will see 3-4 games in a row where he did not play at all.
Yeah, man. And it's sick.
It's nowhere in the hell. We all 4 of us, we over here be about to go crazy because they got this 20-point lead. That's what Cam, you should be breaking a sweat at this 20-point lead, bro.
Going in that drain, putting his nuts on somebody's face in a poster, man.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, we saw it yesterday. That lead literally went from 20-something, 22, 23 to 40. Quick, fast.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hey,
nah, I ain't gonna finish watching this. What else
yeah.
on?
So
And
Ralph,
that's when you bring in, like I said, that's when you bring in your guy off the bench that's a proven scorer. You got the green light, bro. Go ahead. And if I see it faltering, I'll pull you back out or I'll do something else. But you got to have a guy off your bench that's instant offense. And if you got
and
one,
then Cam Whitmore.
That's
you got to use him. You got
That's
to use
him. He's a walking bucket, and yet we still continually, to your point, Larry, have 4 and 5 games, DNP. Then he'll play for 45 seconds to a minute and a half, and then get pulled. And like sometimes I don't even know why he dresses.
It took Mike Malone about 6 games, and then he said, you know what, Russ, you coming off the bench, Russ, you play your game off the bench.
Yeah.
And I may play you 12 minutes tonight. I may play you 20 minutes tonight. You never know. But as long as you in that game, you play your game. Yeah. And I'm not throttling you down. I'm not trying to make you go stand in no corner. You come in the game and you play your game. And that's when the Nuggets actually started getting back to looking like the Nuggets. Because remember, at the beginning of the season, they were struggling. They were struggling.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were struggling bad. And it's like you have to have those guys that you just unlock them and you let them play.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talk about the Celtics. It's like in best case scenario, like Cam Whitmore can be our Kristaps Porzingis. Where it was just like, you know what, Kristaps was just hanging out. He wasn't playing a whole lot. And then in the playoffs, it was like, okay, deploy Zinga, deploy Zinga. You know, they put him out there, and then it's like he was like the best player on the court at sometimes for the Celtics. You know, it's just like he literally damn near he shifted the whole finals. You know, because it's like they were looking at and they were like, "Who is this guy?" Like we can't, but then there was a little bit of like trying to get back at the Mavericks too. I mean, but like I say this though, I don't understand the concept of you know not letting guys play, especially like in like again, last night was a scenario where it's like, you know what, just let them go. Just let them go. Let them, let them get literally let them get shots up. Let them get their work in. It's like this game's over. Get these guys out there. Get them playing. Like this is a time where good coaches, great coaches, you take an opportunity like last night to kind of be like, okay, let's see how this 5 looks out here. Let's see how that 5 looks out here. It's like we're up 30, and then you can if something happens, if a team comes back, you can always call a timeout and then put you guys back out there.
Oh, you
it's not working.
Would you say call a timeout? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Look, man. Look, it's. I feel like, and it's funny because it's like I understand the concept of like let them play through it. Let them play through it. Sometimes I'm wondering if Ime is even paying attention to what's going on the court. It's like what are you doing, man? Like call a timeout. Like if I'm screaming, of Sirius is screaming, if we're all screaming, hey.
I scream a lot. To be honest, I mean, I think I'm the emotional one of the group.
And it's like, but it's like if I can see that they need a timeout,
right?
If I can see that they're because like we all see it, we all know it's that they come down and it's like you. Like I said, we all watch enough Rockets basketball to know when a timeout is needed because they come down 3, 3, 3,
doink,
3.
Doink, doink.
But and this is how and again it's like when things tighten up in the playoffs, we see it all the time. How the Rockets will be cruising, they're up 17, they get tired because Ime again is not knowing when to stagger the guys in, and then they get tired, and then all of a sudden that 17-point lead, like we saw with the Hawks game the other night. The Hawks game was a prime example. I think we all yelled and screamed during that Hawks game.
Yeah,
it was just like, what are you doing? Like, if you do this against the Nuggets or the Clippers or a team that you're going to play in the playoffs, you're going to lose that game. Thank God the Hawks think the Hawks are trying to lose. They don't want to win any basketball games. They're trying to lose.
Right.
Or at least the front office wants them to lose. It's like, God bless them. Like the Hawks are going out there and they're trying to play. They're just not a very good team. But when you see this happen, it's just like, you can stop it, but you don't. And it's just, that's the thing that frustrates me because with 2 weeks left in the season, it's things like that where it's like and I said this last launch pad, it could be a scenario where it's like we're in Denver, we're up 9 or 10, and Adoka just allows it just to play out, and then next thing you know, the Rockets lose by 3 because you waited too late to try to like stop the bleeding or
I
whatever like
believe
that, and
Yeah.
it's something I can just. I hope I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, Ma. Prove me wrong, baby. Yeah. But
that's
I
not
can
fair.
see this happening, and I can see me just having a meltdown at something because look, we all remember what happened when we had a coach who refused to call a timeout
No
Mm.
deep then Tony.
when the team was
But,
missing a bunch
oh,
of
oh,
shots.
oh, he
Man, if
should
you
not be
knew how
named
much I hate then Tony, bro.
Oh
Hey,
man. Oh man.
hey,
That's
hey,
right.
we don't even want to speak that dude name no more,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. He shall remain nameless. Moving right along, Steve wanted to talk about potential draft situations. I wanted to run this
Oh yeah.
back by you guys. Looking at the draft the draft capital we got coming up. We got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight additional picks between now and 2029.
Yeah.
That's not including our own. Coach, where'd your head at, bro? What you want to do?
So here's the thing, like, and I just want to kick this around. It's not even about like it's about the future.
Mhm.
This is kind of like looking into the future stuff like that. It's just, do you think we should like use maybe like the OKC model where it's like, you know what, let's use a bunch of these picks to then move up to then do this, do that, or whatever like that. But it's just like the Rockets have some older players kind of at the end of the bench. And I would love for the Rockets to, and I know this is going to sound crazy, package some of these picks to go get go get younger, go get some other players, stuff like that. Because I was just looking at it, and it's like with this Suns pick, which is going to be a very good pick.
No, it's
Uh,
great.
um, look, there are not a lot of players in this upcoming draft that I love. I love Cooper Flag, I love the Harper kid, and that's about it.
I can't.
Um,
Yeah.
Rockets, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, please, Houston. Please don't do that to me.
like I said, and it's just like, look, the Rockets. What I would like the Rockets to get is to get a young stretch four. Okay, young stretch four. Get them in there. You need a young stretch four. I would love a young backup point guard. Like a it's just some things that it's like I'm looking forward to, like, because it's like, look, Fred's not getting any younger. It might be time to kind of maybe start looking in that direction. But the Rockets, I want to bring this up because again, we playing the Suns today, so that's why it's fresh in my mind. It's just like I don't know where this team goes after this season because you got money, you got all these picks, and the Rockets have an opportunity to really set themselves up for the future.
Yeah.
But man, I just I was just thinking about that. Like, again, had a lot of time to think last night because the basketball was very uninteresting. So it's like, so my mind drifted a little bit during the game, and I'm just like, you know what, this would be something to bring up on the show. Like, what do y'all like? We're set up pretty good for the future, and I just feel like, man, we cannot mess this up. We can put this together the right way. You see what OKC is doing? We're already right there.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, so it's not like just the right move or two could set this team up. And I'm just wondering, should the Rockets package these picks to go get another superstar, or
Well,
should they just use the picks?
that's the route I wanted us to go, and I've been beating the drum for that, especially at the trade deadline.
Mhm.
We have all these additional selections, and hell, including our own. I wanted us to package something to go get a stretch four to your point, or backup point guard. Um, I'm not a fan, to your point, coach. I'm not a fan of a lot of guys coming out. But if I kept it a whole buck, I wasn't a fan of the guys coming out last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I am more inclined to package these deals together, these picks together, and go get somebody. Again, the name that everybody keeps talking about is KD.
Yeah. I definitely been hearing that a lot.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too sure how I feel about KD in Houston. I mean, he's a walking bucket, but then does that wreck what Jalen's doing, because KD's coming. If KD goes anywhere, he's the de facto guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not often that you get the Steph Curry, deferment when on a squad that's already established. So I want to see Jalen take that next ascension to superstardom.
Yeah.
So will KD coming in here mess that up? I'm not too sure. A guy who I've been talking about getting, again, to Larry's point, he's been money on it. I want marketing.
Yeah.
I
talk about free Cam, man, free Laurie marketing. Yeah, like wasting away out there, man. Wasting away.
So we wouldn't even care about him playing defense because we got enough defensive players.
Yeah, miss me with that one, man. We still giving up 120 some odd points a game, but
marketing. This is what I'm. Well, Jerry, you can jump in, then I'll go last. Go ahead,
Jerry. But yeah, that's kind of what my head. Talk to me, big dog. Where you head at?
But just in general, so the thing I wanted to talk on was Reed Shepherd. So I know Steve said backup point guard. Steve, I still believe in Reed. Now, from what I've seen since he came back, he looks a little bit more comfortable out there, and he doesn't look so timid and fragile no more. And that's what I was looking for. So I expect for Reed to come in next year, and maybe even he might surprise us in the playoffs too if he gets a chance. I expect for Reed to come in. Yeah, I expect for Reed to come in and contribute way more than he did this year. I really do. Get a little bit more muscle on him, and I think we're gonna be good to go. I think we're gonna be good. We're set. We're so deep. That's the thing that's killing me. We're super deep, really, really deep. And I remember I posted this on Facebook, and people were laughing at my post. I said the Rockets has one of the deepest teams in the league, but who's laughing now? So I'm just saying. So
yeah. Like for me, Larry, I'll come to you here in a minute. For me, Jesse, that goes to what we talked about right before the trade deadline, where we're just sitting on our hands.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so we didn't make a move at the trade deadline for whatever reason. We rolled the ball out there with the squad that we had originally had, and thank the good Lord, we're sitting where we're sitting now. But to Steve's thing, we're fantasy booking here, WWE term. What do we want to have happen? You know what I'm saying? We have all these additional assets. We do have all these guys on the bench not playing. Again, I don't want Cam to go, but he may be a casualty in us being able to acquire, a marketing, a KD, another name that player that we can kind of shake from the tree, if you will. And so I don't want to sit on our hands, is what I'm saying. Like, we have this window. The blueprint from how to go from bad to great is there. Let's not forget what we were picking last year, gentlemen. We had the third pick in the draft. We were not a very good squad last year and years previously. Okay. So now to do that, worse the first type of movement from going from the bottom of the conference to now sitting at the second seed in the toughest conference in professional basketball, bravo.
Yeah.
But now the expectation is for us to make the next step and make the next jump. And so I don't want to sit on our hands. We got to do something. What that is, how it meshed together, I'm not too sure. We got to do something. Larry, talk to me, man.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this, right? And that's just me. I've been streaming it from day one. I want a Laurie marketing, a true stretch four, like Steve said, but a stretch four who also rebounds. I get it. You're gonna probably lose up a little bit on defense because he's not that great of a defender. But we got defensive players on the team, right? And I would want to see them either because because we all know Danny Ainge love draft picks, man. Love them.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that they would have to give up too much if they would have moved, like I said, a young high draft picked player like a Reed Shepherd or Jabari. They wouldn't have to give up a lot. They would have, as far as players, they could give up a bunch of picks and to package one of him. I think they could get Laurie marketing. Of course, that salary is going to be a little bit of a issue. They got to match those salaries up, but I would love to see a Laurie marketing, but because I don't think, from my standpoint, it's kind of like a conversation me and CK had off the other day. When you go back to the last 5 draft picks, it's top heavy. After you get past like the first 2 players, the rest is kind of
it's a crapshoot.
It's mid.
Mhm.
It's a crapshoot. It's mid. It's real mid.
Yeah.
Dude, how many dudes that get drafted in this first round and you don't even hear about them in 2 years or 3 years?
Yeah.
But it's always you either get the first pick or the second pick. And this last year, I wanted us to move that pick because I mean, Richard Shaw, he had a good game of the day, but he ain't no like difference maker to me. The kid that went to Washington, he ain't no difference maker to me. Reed, Reed is looking like the worst of the top 3 picks right now. It's like you're not gonna get somebody to move the needle, and the Rockets are so good, they need somebody who can move the needle, right? Now okay, hey, something happening, we shake the tree and we get that first pick, but I'm a Duke fan. Y'all know me. I think depending on who get that pick is going to determine if Cooper come out or not. He could easily say, "I'm going back." I remember that dude. He just turned 18 the other day.
Mhm.
So yeah, he can afford to go back another year.
Yeah, because he reclassified. So he was only 17. He just turned 18.
Dude, he was 17 years old, proving himself to NBA players. Yeah.
That just. I mean, look, Sirius ain't gonna admit that.
Dude, he was 17 playing against Olympic Hall of Fame.
San Antonio's hit the ping pong ball.
And
you know what I'm saying? He was right on out there with Wendy.
But if San Antonio don't get it, and then an actual player who's not, going off of his daddy's name. I like Harper, man. Harper, people don't even know that Ron Harper is his daddy. I'm like, yes,
I know that.
Daddy. Just don't watch college basketball.
I don't.
I would love to see him, but I'm gonna pivot a little bit. I would love to see the Rockets, and I get it. If we don't have to sacrifice the core to make the move, it was brought up about them picking up LaMelo. I would love to see LaMelo on this team, bro. LaMelo, if you watch his game, he's a pass first point guard, and dude, his court vision is crazy. Imagine Jalen having somebody with true court vision like a LaMelo. Bro, that dude would be averaging about 32 points a game playing with LaMelo.
But the only thing about that is that what you have to give up for Melo is substantial because
to be honest with you, think about it. We sitting on so many draft picks and we could move. I wouldn't even have a problem moving a Fred. I wouldn't have a problem moving Fred, Jabari, and Reed to get and a whole bunch of draft picks to get Melo.
So you're not worried about the injury history?
Nope. As
he finishes another season,
because he won't have as much on his plate, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. But I'll go even further, and this is something been floated around for a few couple of years. I wouldn't even mind if we don't have to go too far and mortgage the farm and bring in a Giannis. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Because
we have to give up too much to get Giannis, man.
I wouldn't. I'm put like this: if you could keep,
he's spread with wanting to get out of Milwaukee.
If you could keep certain players, and let's just say we keep Shagun and Green. No, I'm just saying. Just say we keep Shagun and Green, and we may have to give up.
No way.
Something else for Giannis.
In any deal for Giannis, Sengun's going to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I mean Giannis, but think about it. Giannis, he rebounds so good, and he play defense. And you bringing in a vet who know how to win. Put a vet like him with Jalen in a mean.
Exactly. So yeah, it's like in any trade with the Bucks in this dream scenario, Sengun's he better get used to beer and brats because he's going to be in Milwaukee.
I'm not with that. I'm not with that one, man. I'm happy Rocket for life. Come on.
Okay. Well, somebody. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna kick out a name here. A name that like
I think Giannis
I'm pulling up from 35 feet with this name. What about Sabonis? He is.
Hey. Yeah.
Nah.
Sabonis would fit good in the Rockets.
Sabonis would fit really well in the Rockets system.
Only thing about Sabonis, man, look, hey, don't ask that boy to shoot no jumpers. And
I'm not sure about Sabonis.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Sabonis on the team.
Sabonis, Jesse picking up what I'm putting down. I think Sabonis would be a very good fit
But I'm saying if we're gonna mortgage the farm, I would rather go get a Giannis. And I'm gonna put like this: the Bucks are probably gonna be at that stage where they're gonna be like, you know what? Keep Jalen Green, keep Amin, send us Fred, send us Sengun, and maybe Cam and a bunch of picks, and we'll throw in Dame with it. We'll throw in Dame with it. I wouldn't mind Dame and Giannis because they'll be want to dump their salary. And hey, look, for Tyler, you gotta pay that bill. But if they want to do that salary dump, think about it. If you had Dame running point, Dame can actually take a backseat sometime. He'll just sit up and distribute. You got Green, keep him in. You keep him in, and you put him with a Giannis and whoever else be that 4 guy, and you still keep some of your bench players. Dude, I would love to see it because I'm put like this. At some point, you gotta have either one of your young stars develop into that point where now they know to get that championship medal, or you gotta have a guy who has that championship medal to come on the team and say, "Hey, look, I'm gonna show you guys how to get over that hump and lead you down there." And Giannis knows how to get you over that hump, and he would. But like this, if like I said, we don't sacrifice too much of the team, Giannis would move the needle and put us closer to OKC.
So go ahead, LG, go ahead.
Giannis is one of the few guys. If he was on the team, then now you can match up with a Jokic. You could do that because I don't think Denver's gonna sit back on their laurels too long either. I think they're gonna know they're gonna have to move that needle, and you have to have a guy who can move the needle, and that will be the only guy that I could think of. And we all know, hey, Giannis, he probably already got like 2 bags already in the closet just in case.
I mean, but like I'm trying to think of more like I think Sabonis would be more realistic, or even somebody like again there's another person that he's a polarizing figure like Miles Turner.
I like a Miles Turner because
I would love, and I don't think you'd have to give up the farm to get Miles Turner.
Yeah, we don't have to give him nothing, but would Miles be willing to take a backup role? Because I'm not giving up Sengun for Miles Turner.
I would.
No, I wouldn't. I can't give up Alfie, man. I just can't.
I can see what's I can see Sabonis.
So you're getting better defense, and yeah, of course, you take a hit on the offensive side. But I mean, with all these other shooters and all these other bucket getters we got on the team, it's like I feel like the upgrade in defense and just like I don't know. Like I said, Miles Turner would be, I think, somebody attainable.
Y'all, Alfie is a defense
because the Pacers aren't going to do the Pacers aren't going to do nothing this year. I mean, if they do, I'd be surprised. I'm just saying, it's like the Pacers might be looking to kind of retool and reconfigure some stuff, and Miles Turner can be had for less than we think.
Hey, now you probably get it for a couple of seconds, but I'll go here, Steve. I would rather him fill in that role like a Steven Adams and play next to Sengun sometime. But you got to remember, like you talked about with LaMelo, Miles got that injury history too. So I would always want to see him in a secondary role and not backfilling for somebody who's a prominent piece on the team. That's just me. And he could be, you could get him cheap. You could get him for, like I say, you could move Steven Adams in a couple of second rounders and get Miles Turner.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I mean, and then like if you give up some of those picks, because the Pacers are probably gonna want some picks and stuff like that. So you give up some of the picks, and maybe give up. I don't know. Like, I mean, you'd have to move maybe somebody like Tari and so some of those guys in that level or whatever like that. Move Tari a couple of picks, maybe one more person. You could probably get Miles Turner.
About Tari. See, that's another reason why I wouldn't even mind. Dude, I would not mind, like I say, if we kept Eason and moved all them other guys and brought in a Giannis, oh yeah, I wouldn't even mind it, bro. I would not even mind. I would be like trade now.
I think we couldn't even really entertain a Giannis move without including Alpi.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with that though. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Like I said, if you kept Easton and Amin and moved him and throwing a whole bunch of picks.
I don't like Alpi anyway, so I mean I'll trade him for a ham sandwich and a shot of Hennessy. But
he doesn't like it.
The Bucks are like it right now. What'd you say, Steve? Money laundering.
Yeah, it's money laundering. Yeah, for sure.
The Bucks are money laundering, bro. And they probably like, you know what? Hey, we stash another 8 million over here? Yeah, I think we could. Yeah, straight looking a whole
Well, I
lot
mean,
better.
they got Chris Middleton off the books.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like that was the big like cement block around their neck. They got Chris Middleton off the books. So then and look, Brooke Lopez probably getting ready to come off their books too.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So it's like, I mean, so
I mean,
the Bucks are gonna be looking to fill their roster. So I mean,
but I think the
know.
Bucks, if Giannis put in his trade request and say, "Look, I want out," they've already got their championship. I think they're gonna go in full 5-0 mode because they've already got their championship. The only reason why they're really trying to keep that roster together now is because Giannis is there. But if Giannis wants out, and we all know he's already said it pretty much, he's dropped so many hints it don't even make no sense.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Giannis, his oh my God, I'm looking at his numbers now. The money he's owed over the next 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's what I said. For Tyler Gunn,
like $200 million or something like that.
Write them checks. Hey,
that's stupid. Like next
but
year,
you got to ask yourself, do you want checks?
52.
But at the end of the day, and we've all seen this over and over and over again, bro. At the end of the day, you have to say to yourself, do I write the check for the championship or do I stay with the status quo?
Well, you know, Tillman ain't writing the check.
Gotta write the check.
or look, we talk all the time on our regular show about the Mets. How the Mets they write the wrong checks. They got no problem writing the check. They just write the check to the wrong person.
Yeah.
I mean, real talk. You think about it, dude. Boston wrote them checks. Hey, they got a championship out of it, but they wrote them checks.
But to your point, Larry. Again, talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, looking at their roster right now, they got Dame and Giannis, and that's about. I mean, Brooke Lopez, he's a free agent.
I mean, when they traded for
Bobby Portis, he dealing with some legal stuff.
Bobby Portis got some issues going on.
He got some issues to deal with.
That's the perfect time to strike while the iron is hot, man.
Right.
Like, but I mean, like I say, that's what I would do. But I don't want them to.
That's a good pull there.
I'm gonna go here with y'all, right? And y'all gonna think I'm tripping, right? Dude, the Rockets have been sitting on picks after picks after picks after picks. I am to that point where I'm at a fatigue of we missed out on Wembley, we missed out on Bonchero, we missed out on yeah. It's like we the NBA office. Please, if there's somebody listening, please forgive the Rockets. Forgive them for they have sinned, man. Forgive them. Please, can they have one number? Even the Sixers got Embiid, or they had Simmons. Like, we are the only team, like I say, that have had bad records and not have one number one pick. Not one.
Look at us.
Not one. So, like I said, it's
all these damn picks.
Yeah, but I'm at draft fatigue because I got that feeling. I ain't gonna lie. I got the feeling that we would have all them picks and not end up with not one number one overall pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been dumb luck. I mean, it's just
they don't even show the balls bouncing no more. So what that tell you?
we know it's fixed. I mean, it's like look like LeBron. We all knew LeBron was going to Cleveland. We knew that. We all knew D Rose was going to Chicago. We knew that. Like it's not like a big conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? It's like we knew this stuff already.
Yeah, we knew it. Dude, I'm being real with you, dude. Think about it. How long has Michael Jordan? Well, we was the primary owner of the Hornets. About 12 years. At least 10, 12 years. He was the owner, the principal owner, right?
Didn't Jordan make that Melo pick?
Yeah.
That's about the best pick he made.
But even with that being said, have the Hornets ever had the number one overall pick?
I don't think they've had the number one pick either.
I don't think they have.
No. It's nowhere in hell that team has been that bad for that long and I end up not with one number one pick.
But San Antonio gets it every time a generational talent comes out.
Yeah, but it just so happened every time a generational talent come out, here the Spurs number one pick.
Oh, or New Orleans. Or Cleveland.
Well, again, you talk about money laundering. It was like, look, come on, y'all. Y'all remember this? Do you know who owned the Pelicans at the time of the Zion draft?
Yeah.
Y'all remember?
Yeah.
No? The fucking NBA owned the Pelicans.
Yeah. Yeah. It took over the management. Remember they had they
Exactly right. They
Put
did.
NBA
Yeah,
on the
they
Pelicans.
did. They did.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, bro.
So they just gave themselves the pick.
So like I said, I think we'll end up with all these picks, and at the most we'll end up with like the third pick or something, and end up with like some guy that's a nondescript player again, somebody that may
No,
not get
definitely.
somebody.
Look, I'm usually again. It's like in a draft where there's like two, maybe three guys, and again, there's always a guy or two who's like, oh man, he got picked at the 17th pick, and he came out. Yeah, look, I'm not trying to do all that.
No,
I feel
that was
like
it.
depending on how the ping pong balls bounce. I mean, just trade down and just get more assets. Look at OKC. Presley just was like, let's get more picks. Let's get more picks. Let's get more picks. And let's get more picks. And then when the time was right, he was like, we're gonna trade all these picks for Shea Gillis Alexander. Here you go, Clippers. Here's all these picks.
Yep.
That's what they did. You know.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, man, I don't want us to sit back and go through another draft of us sitting here and be like, wait for the draft lottery to come out. And here it comes with the number 6 pick, and here come the Rockets holding they sign. Like, really, bro? We got a pick swap with the worst team in the league, and they didn't win the draft. I got that feeling it'll be that type of, hey, excuse my language, mama said it'll be that type of fuckery going on with the Rockets. and we'll be sitting there once again talking, dude. I honestly, like I said, I think it's something in the office, and I'm like Steve. I think that they know these franchises that they want to keep them quote unquote afloat. Like if you notice, every time a star player gets traded from New Orleans, they magically win the draft the next season. Like, yeah, Chris Paul gets traded. Oh yeah, AD's coming out. AD gets traded. Zion's coming out. Yeah, you have to keep them in that realm where they can still make some type of money and not have to move the franchise or something like that. But I don't want us. I think that we followed the OKC model enough, and we need to pivot away from it just a little bit. Pivot away from it.
All right, I feel it. So before we get out of here, we are currently sitting at the number 2 seed, right? So let's kind of look ahead. Let's say the playoffs ended now. Playoffs actually start on the 19th. But the play-in starts on the 15th. Okay. So we will have, if we stay at the 2 seed, we'll play the winner of the 7-8 seed, which would be Minnesota or the Clippers. Okay, because there's Minnesota at the 7 seed, Clippers at the 8 seed. Who would you feel more comfortable playing?
The Clippers.
The Clippers.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I don't know. And look, hey, Kawhi's been healthy and James been balling, and they've been quietly slithering under the radar all year.
See, I thought I was gonna be the only one that said Timberwolves.
The Clippers are not seeing us, LG.
Dude, you hate Kawhi, bro, but Kawhi is a needle mover, bro. Hey, I don't know if I want that matchup. I'm honestly kind of leaning toward that Timberwolves. Like,
nah, it's been too many close games against the Wolves this year. I don't like that matchup. I don't like it.
But you know what? They've had too much influx, and is Wish Collie back yet? Is what's his name from the Knicks?
Cool.
They traded for I'm having a brain lapse.
About Julius Randle?
Yeah, Julius Randle. Yeah. See, if we get them and Randall come back, Randall will be just that perfect guy to mess that whole series up.
Well, because Julius Randle would see Sengun and become Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. Where it's like a guy like, again, Julius Randle don't play no defense either. So it's
he's
like,
also coming off the bench.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's a situation where for me, I would feel more comfortable with the Clippers, I think.
Yeah.
Just because the Clippers and the Rockets are a little bit more. I think the Rockets are just a flat out better team. Whereas like,
yeah, me too.
look, I don't like Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is a weirdo
You
and
should calm down.
just like he talks too much and he's like, but I'm just saying, it's like, but when it comes to what he does best and what the Rockets do, the Rockets are best when they are attacking,
Mhm.
attack. Rudy Gobert, however I feel about him, he's very good at shutting down what the Rockets do best. And to Jesse's point, it's like these games against the Wolves this year have been crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I want no parts of them, especially in a playoff series where it's like all it takes is 1 or 2 games of Ant just going crazy,
There
which
you
he can
go.
do.
But she can.
You know what? You know
He
what?
can
I'm
do.
gonna throw.
I'm scared
I'm
of
gonna throw
Anthony
you
Edwards. There's not too many
Yeah.
people that I'm scared of in the NBA. Anthony Edwards is one of the people that I'm scared of. He's just that damn good. He's that good, man.
Let me
So
let me throw a curveball y'all way. What if Memphis falls?
Well, I mean,
'Cause
Memphis,
they in
they're
influx
on a
right
free
now.
fall now. They're on a
Yeah.
free fall now. Right now they're currently sitting at the 5 spot. Again, playoffs.
And think about it. Golden State's been hot.
I
that's
don't want no
another
parts
team I'm scared of. I'm
Nah,
scared of
man.
Golden State. I'm
Yeah.
scared of. I don't want no parts of Golden State.
Look,
Not yet.
no, I don't want no parts
of
of the
Nah,
Wolves at all.
nah.
Why people playing around over here? The Mavericks with AD back. Yeah, I don't want no. I don't want no parts of that. But with what's kind of with all the stuff that's going on in Memphis, and they've been free falling, man, that would be that would be like ice cream and cake.
Again, fantasy booking it like the Memphis Grizzlies are not falling out of playoff picture. I mean,
they could easily fall into that 7.
They could fall into the 6 or 7 spot. Yeah.
They could fall into the 7, 8 spot or whatever case may be by the time this is all said and done in 2 weeks.
I mean, because it's only really real talk is only a game separating 5 through 8. It's only
I looked
one
at the
game.
standings. I looked at the standings early, and it is ridiculous just how tight it
close
is.
it is. Yes, it is. It is.
I mean,
So
like
I would love to get
OKC ran and hid away from everybody.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but then starting from us, even at 2, when you look at 2, 3, 4,
Denver. That's
Three.
Denver.
Denver, the Lakers, and who else? Yeah. So I mean, it's just like it's crazy how it's like, look, we play the Lakers tonight. This is a good opportunity to kind of like, plant our flag, and be like, look, y'all look, y'all gonna have to come to H Town and win a game in April, in May, you know, and like I said, this game here coming up tonight it's an important game. Because this is the time of year where you need to like send some statements. Because, like I said all the time, this is a team that you might have to play in the playoffs. So you want to send a message. You kind of had an off night last night. You got a chance to like rest. It's like they got to come out guns blazing tonight.
Yeah.
Because the Lakers are too. Because on the flip side, the Lakers are trying to prove a statement as well.
The Lakers
like,
can move up.
The Lakers are trying to move up too. So it's just, this is gonna be crazy tonight because
let me go tonight.
Yeah,
let me go. I mean, it starts here in a little bit, so I'm gonna get
but real talk, real talk. Since we talking about playoffs, y'all know me. I'm a fan of who's the hottest team. The hottest team going into the playoffs, right? That's why you want to be real hot. Those teams were the teams like a Mavericks last year. Remember Mavericks? They was cooking like fish grease at the end of the season. And so they, they just carried over into the postseason. So like we all seeing, like, I get it. Steph was hurt a couple of games, but Steph coming back with them Warriors, man. Look, hey, they are not looking friendly. And why y'all don't like them Clippers, man? Clippers been low key beating boys. And
the Clippers have been fantastic. I just think that
our matchup is
I think the Rockets is just a better matchup.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna put it like this. Do you want to see Fred having to play with Harden? I don't think Fred's gonna be entertaining. If Kawhi's playing, who's gonna match up with Kawhi? And
Get him,
And
boy.
A man gonna put him in a headlock, dog. Like
And
let's
you know,
be for real. Like
and you
Put him in the
know
flip
what?
like he did KD.
I'm not
mhm.
taking nothing.
Gonna
I'm
put
not
him in
taking
a
nothing
full
away from
Nelson.
him.
Don't play with my man. Like
Yeah, but
mhm,
I'm not gonna take
mhm,
nothing. I'm not gonna take nothing away from the Clippers, bro.
mhm.
You know who been a sneaky, really good player all year? Zubac. Dude, Zubac
I
has
was
been
gonna say
making that.
Powell. I was gonna say Powell because Norman Powell been balling.
Yeah,
No
no, I've
problem,
been
Yeah,
ball.
Norman
Yeah,
balling, but
Powell's been
yeah.
playing
Zubac
really
been
good too.
sneaky.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Zubac been the sneaky guy, even when Kawhi was out. With him and Powell with Harden, dude, they were kind of like kept the ship afloat
Mhm.
while Kawhi been out. So I wouldn't want to see them because they've been real hot. I want to catch that wounded dog right now. I want to catch the team that's limping into the playoffs because they're gonna be an easy out. They're gonna be an easy out. I want to catch one of them teams. That's why I said it would be good if we caught like a Memphis or somebody like that. Like I
Well,
say,
Memphis is in the 5 spot. Let me see what they look like coming down the stretch real quick. They got
we all know
they
Jason
got the
Kidd can coach
Warriors
his ass
tomorrow.
off.
Oh
Jason
yeah.
Kidd could go get 3 guys from the Rucker Park and be like, "Well, we win 2 playoff games." Jason Kidd can get his ass, coach his ass off. Hey, and so I don't want to see him either.
They
But
got okay. So realistically, they got 7 games left before the end of the regular season. They got Golden State, Miami, Detroit, Charlotte, Minnesota, Denver, Dallas. It is realistic to think that
Mhm,
Memphis loses the rest of those games. I
yeah,
don't see them beating
mhm.
Golden State. Miami's a toss up. Detroit is up and coming. They'll beat Charlotte because Charlotte shut everybody down. Then
Yeah,
they
I
got
mean, yeah.
Minnesota, Denver, Dallas.
yeah, they could easily end up in
Seven, eight
that
spot.
last spot. Yeah, that we can get that last spot and play against
Mhm.
them.
But then the thing
And
is, they would have to win in order to get to see us. If they
Right.
lost,
yeah,
they would have to play the winner of the
no, the play-ins play in for those last 2 spots in the end.
correct.
Those
So
last 2
if,
spots they play
so
the first and
here's the thing,
second.
hold on.
Because yeah,
If
whoever wins the 7-8
game plays
game
us at
Yeah,
2,
plays
is 7,
yeah,
it's
and
7.
then 8-9 play.
play
Oh, no, well, 9-10 plays to the
for
50-50.
9-10 winner
great.
plays the
The
loser of
loser of the
7-8.
7-8. The
Yeah,
7-8.
mhm, yeah,
And then the winner of
Hey,
that game is the number 8 seed and goes to
8 seed.
OKC.
because see, what I would want to happen, and I don't know about y'all, but because the Rockets have such a young team, and talent wise, we're not on the level of OKC. I'm just being blunt. Let these quote unquote old heads beat each other up. It's like boxing analogy. You know what? It's a boxing thing. You don't fight your opponent when he's hot. You fight your opponent after he done got beat up by somebody else. You see these guys who strategically make moves. Let Denver, Lakers, all them go beat each other up, had these tough series, and now we over here rested. We ready for it. Like, man,
Mhm.
I like it.
you
I
let
like it,
you let them
LG.
go beat, and sometimes you have to strategically position yourself. And it's like, think about it. A couple of years ago, y'all remember when it was like the Sixers and the Knicks and somebody else, and they was like, "Oh, Cleveland's in a dream scenario. They gonna have an easy road." Yeah, you let your tougher opponents go beat each other up, and then I can say, you know what? You just had a tough game series, and now here I am. I'm waiting on you. Like, it's almost like that old bull statement. They say Michael Jordan never played a 7 game. They was rested. They just wait. They sweeping people. Like, they literally was sweeping teams, and you coming off these hard 7 game series against
Mhm.
everybody else, and it's like, you know what? I'm so fresh. I had a good night's sleep last night in my own bed. I'm ready to go.
Yep.
And you want to have them beat each other up, and then let one of them run into OKC and let those chips fall out. And then now we can make some stuff happen. And I'm not saying the Rockets are championship ready right now, but I'm just saying you get in the playoffs. Let's
I
see
definitely want to
how
see
it
them
works.
out of the first round.
Let's see how it works.
That would be a drastic improvement, and we get end the
Yeah.
show here. Like playoff expectations, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We got the 2 seed. What are you guys expecting? Like, what would you consider a winning or an okay season? Like, obviously, we don't have championship aspirations, but if the chips fall where they may, we could find ourselves in a Western Conference final.
We could.
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
so my
yeah.
question to y'all is: can we agree that we overachieved this year?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slightly,
Okay.
slightly,
Okay.
Yes.
slightly. Because
And the thing is, to be honest
No,
with you,
Larry. We
I don't think
overachieved.
it's
We didn't make the
No.
playoffs last year, and we in
It's
the
look,
not
second.
Larry,
slightly overachieved. They
look,
overachieved
They
like
never
hell.
achieved.
Said that they was gonna be in the play in the season. Unc said they was gonna make the playoffs. I
Yeah.
said I expected them to make the playoffs, but I also expected some of these teams ahead of them to drop down. If we
Just say
could
that
go
way.
back and it's on the record. I said I expected some of these teams ahead of us. I said I felt like the Lakers was gonna take a step back. I felt like Denver was gonna take a step back. I feel like some of these teams gonna stay back and we could sneak and move up. That's why I'm saying slightly overachieved because I didn't see them
We got to
moving
overachieve.
up. Yeah, moving up that far, but I did see them on the point where they could be in a solid playoff, and if some people fail, move up.
I had us as the 9 seed. 9.
I didn't.
Yeah, I had us in the play-in.
Yeah,
I mean, like I'm not gonna say yeah.
I had us in the 5th to the 7th seed. So to
I
me, they
see.
definitely overachieved.
I had them at a.
Though I knew we wouldn't be as bad as we were a season ago.
Right.
Knew we weren't, I didn't expect us to be, a 1 seed or a 2 seed for that matter. But I figured we earned the right to play extra basketball, and see where the chips fell. With us sitting right now on the 31st of March as the number 2 seed in the Western Conference is baffling me.
Well, the wild card was we didn't know what we were going to get from Amon. Amon was turned that team around, but if you go back to last season, dude, the Rockets would have been in the playoffs when. Serious, I know you don't like the dude, but when Alfie went down, that's when they started losing games, bro. But they were gonna be a solid, play-in team last year. They started really getting hot. Remember, they had won like 18 to like 21 or something last year. And when he went down, bro, that's when you start seeing the other injuries, and that's when they kind of like fell apart at that point. But Amon was the wild card because we knew what we were gonna get from the top players, right? We knew what we was gonna get out of Tari. Like the thing about Tari was we need Tari healthy. Jabari, we knew he was going to be the outlier, right? But last season, nobody saw Amon having the season that he's had this year, right? We all knew what we were going to get, and Jaden did do a little. I'm gonna say because he was already really good, he did a little bit of an ascension, and like I said, I saw them as a true playoff team. I had them like four or five, maybe if somebody else fall, maybe 3. Just because I just kind of saw where they were going. Remember, we were all on this show talking about how everybody wanted Jalen Green traded out of Houston. Oh, everybody was making up these scenarios. And I'm like, man, that dude been averaging damn near 30 for the last 20 games of the season. Like, so I saw it. I saw they had the roster. They just needed the guys that they needed to start stepping up. And that was one of the reasons why I felt like we shouldn't have held on to that number 3 pick because it was like the team is already deep enough. We could have moved that and kind of showed up somewhere else. So I saw it. That's why I'm gonna say it's a little bit above what I expected, but I could see them being in the Western Conference Finals. So what if you run into that scenario and we've seen it? Okay, see Young, they might drop a series, and now we looking at Denver in the Western Conference Finals or somebody. Like I say, I could easily.
Don't sleep on Denver. Don't sleep on the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not sleeping on it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, this is the time of year where these teams again is like I'm saying the Clippers are a better team than the Rockets. I mean, I'm saying the Rockets are a better team than the Clippers, but it's like again, the Clippers have a guy in Kawhi who been there, done that, who know how to get through this time of year. I mean, the Nuggets, the Lakers. I mean, the Rockets are look, OKC, they took their lumps last year. They're still young. It's not like it's not like they're like these grizzled like playoff tested veterans. They're still young. The Rockets are young. So it's like, yeah, we do need to be on the lookout for these veteran teams who have been there, done that, who know what it's like. Because like, man, when you get into the second round, in the third round, and you're hurting, and you got to kind of will yourself through it, these young teams don't know what that's like.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's something that we have to keep an eye on with our own team. And I think, yeah, it's like, look, I had the Rockets play in. I was like, man, look, I was like, if things go well for us, man, we can get like that 7 seed, 8
Yeah.
seed. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, I thought we was gonna. I'm totally expected this to be the 2 seed. No, I didn't.
No.
You know,
No, I didn't
I'm not
expect
gonna
it to
sit
be
here.
out.
I'm not gonna sit here and hold
No,
you. You know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
expect
It's
it to be
like,
out.
you know, but see, I talked earlier about like expectations and how they change over time.
Mhm.
So now it's like with a 2 seed, we have shown that we can play and we can stand toe to toe with the upper echelon teams in this league. And it's like, yeah,
Absolutely.
I would be disappointed if we don't win at least one playoff series.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
know,
That's it.
I would be big time disappointed
Mhm.
to where look, at the beginning of the season, I was like, man, if we make the play in and we win or lose, whatever, it's like, okay, that's better than what we did last year. But now it's like, excuse me, I'm greedy now. I
Yeah.
feel like we need to win at least one series, at least one. And I think this team, like again, depending on the matchups, who we get in the second round, could make a Western Conference Finals.
There
You
you
know, just
go.
like Jesse said. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't look it's been a long time since I've been able to say this, that any Rockets fan say this. It's like I like us against any team. You know, it's like, yeah, there's some teams that concern me. It's like, boy, the Warriors, boy, it's
Yeah.
like,
I see
That's
you.
the
they
one that
concern
I'm
me.
scared. That's
You
the
know what I'm
one I do
saying?
not want to see, brother.
I do not want to play those guys. It's just they look scary. You know, but even still, it's like, you get on the court, you play. The Rockets have look. The Rockets got to get over their Warriors boogaboo. You know what I'm saying? We got to shake this. And what better way to shake it than beating them in the playoffs? But
Right.
anyway,
Yeah.
like it's
You
just
be the
like I
man
said,
until you beat the man.
yeah.
Hey,
Like I like I said, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I can speak for all of us. Where it's like, look, man, we here now. Why should we like keep our expectations the same?
Right.
We can adjust our expectations to where it's like if the Rockets don't, I don't care who we play in the first round. I'll come out and say I don't care who we play in the first round. If the Rockets don't get past whoever they play in the first round, I'll be big time disappointed.
well, you know what I'm gonna say, Steve, and I think all three of y'all will agree with me, right? The reason why I say we should at least win one playoff series, because even though he was not the main reason why they won, Fred, that's the fuck you here for. You have a fucking ring, bro. Be the fucking adult to show these little young motherfuckers how to win a goddamn game, how to win a series, bro. Like we
The
had,
problem with that is Fred was the passenger on the
but
train.
nah, he contributed. He did his role on that team. He did.
He
his
did.
role.
He played he played his role.
Played really good in that
He did
series,
not-
man. He
yeah,
played
bro.
good in that series. He
He
played
was
good.
not the guy at the end of the bench, bro. He did his role on that team.
He played good in the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference portion of the playoffs to get them to the finals. I mean, and then like let's keep it a buck here. It's
He
like,
took a
man, look,
backseat in the finals. He let
yeah, he
Kawhi
took
and he
yeah. I
let
mean, I was saying,
Pascal
yeah,
do their
he
thing.
didn't
Yeah, he let
really
them do
play
their
good
thing.
in the finals, but to get them there, he played well.
Yeah, but if put like this, bro, if you got the ring, bro, and you played significant minutes, you was on the court. You had to do something to get to that point. And Fred, you the vet. Like you remember, we brought in Chris Paul. Chris Paul was supposed to be that vet to get you to win a series when you in them tough battles. Chris Paul ain't never got a team over the finish line. So to say that you have Fred on the roster who's been on a team that has gotten over the finish line, Fred, this is when we need you to grow the fuck up. This is when you get in the playoffs and you say, hey, stop shooting the goddamn threes. Hey, we need to slow this ball down and run some set offense, because I don't care what I know. We got two people that I ain't gonna speak that dude's name on this team, but I think the team that's gonna fizzle out is gonna be the Lakers. Because we all know playoff basketball, the game comes to a halt.
Defensive play.
And you need bigs. You need defense and bigs. And I think that's going to hurt them. We have bigs and we play defense. We just need that vet to say, this is when you don't play hero ball.
The
problem with that is Fred plays hero ball.
There you go. There go your vet. There go your vet. Right now. There go.
That's what I said.
Look at your vet. Look at your vet right here, Larry. Look at him.
That's what I said. That's why I said he need to grow the fuck up. Stop trying to be the cool parent, man. Take off the skinny jeans. Look, hey, look. I'm hanging out in the club with them. Hey,
Yeah.
grow
Yeah,
up.
it's like Freddie the
Grow
it's
up.
like, man, look, you don't know who Playboy Cardi is, dog. You know you
Dude,
don't listen
yes,
to
man.
you don't listen to that.
Go
You
turn
don't
on
know
some
who that
Jay-Z for
is,
these
man.
boys, or
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Put on some
let them know,
Common
like, bro,
for the put on some Jay-Z, some Common,
yeah,
introduce
stuff
them
like
boys to
that.
some of that good old school hip hop. Like this,
But
hey y'all, this is most deaf. You know what I'm
start
saying?
checking
It's like
bedtimes, man.
yeah,
Like, hey, man, are y'all in the room? Or y'all sleep? Check bedtime, do some bed checks, man. Like, you the
Maybe
vet,
some bad checks.
like, do
He
real
Chan
talk.
Whitmore
I
is,
mean,
in his room at night.
yeah, man, you need
no, well
those
he in his
jobs.
room, he ain't there by himself.
He ain't
You know.
Yeah, no, he
My
ain't in
man,
there.
Yeah.
Hey,
What is
that
Mm-hmm.
that?
boy he in the triple double. Hey, and not on the court.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm saying, man, look, hey, he say,
That's my guy,
I'm
man.
free, all right. Yeah, just
Yeah.
not on the
Mhm.
court. But yeah, man, like I say,
This why he need to be this why he need to be on the court more. He got way too much free time on his hand. That man
Exactly.
got he got too much
So
energy
much
after these
energy.
games. He got too much energy
look,
after these
oh,
games,
you know
man. That's
what?
why he need
hey,
to play more.
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
he been wore out and
Yeah.
sleepy. Where he
He ain't
not
gonna
thinking
Yeah.
play
about
He
me.
like
I'm
I
nothing.
gonna play
play
these
he
hoes.
like ladies, I played 4 minutes tonight. I got plenty of energy. Let's go.
Yeah,
I got
You
hey, bring your friend.
Yeah.
pop one of those
Hey,
damn Bluetooths. He go to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
like I say,
I
man.
ain't played in 3 games. I ain't played in 2 weeks, baby. Let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He full of everything, man. When he young like that, I can't say what I want to say, but he full of
Hey
it.
man, it's
But
just
yeah, like I said, man, this is the point on this team, and that's why I said I wouldn't mind if we swing the fences and it costs somebody else on the team to get like a Giannis or somebody, because this is what Fred, bro, you didn't earn that contract, bro. We overpaid you for this shit right here. This is what you got them a couple of extra, millions in there for, because you have, like I say, regardless if you like him or not, he has championship experience, and we needed somebody that could still play, but also had championship, experience. Steve, me and you, we both hit it, bro. If the Rockets could have signed KCP, oh my god, bro, I would have
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
loved it, bro.
yeah.
I would have
KCP would
loved
have
it.
been perfect for this team.
A
Yeah.
3-and-D vet who could
Mhm.
still play and know how to win a damn championship. And he could have said, you know what? Look, get in the bed, turn the PlayStation off, man. Look, I'm cutting all y'all PlayStation networks off at 12 o'clock. Y'all on parental advisory. Like, look, go to bed at night. Like, that's what we paying Fred for, and we need him to do that.
Yeah.
Nah, man, but KCP was on house arrest and shit like that. So it's like, yeah, like he couldn't follow them boys around too much, man. It's just like he was like, man, look,
Yeah.
Hey,
I would have loved that, but it's like, look, man, it is important. Like I said, OKC is still young. The Rockets are young. It's like this time of year is where these kids got to kind of like grow up, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, so
but you
Anyways,
let
with
them,
that
we'll
being
see.
said, gentlemen, I'm
but
gonna
you
get
let
you
them.
guys out of here, man. This Rocket game is on. My man
Yeah, but
Jesse.
I'm gonna just say this. But that's why you let all them on the other side of the bracket go beat each other up. Like, we literally we this is the first time in how many years we've seen all number ones make it to the Final Four? Because sometimes people like, oh, they on the easy side of the bracket. Let them go beat each other up. Like,
We'll talk about that tomorrow. Yo, this Final Four
well,
is gonna be something.
I'm gonna just say this because I'm saying we're talking about NBA. Whoever come out of that Eastern Conference are probably gonna be so rested it ain't even gonna make no sense. Because whoever they play in the first 2 rounds, I can tell you right now, that's gonna probably be whoever is in that 1, 2, and 3 are probably gonna be sweeps in the first round. I'm just being for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm gonna get you guys out of here, man. Jesse, thanks for coming by. Kick it with us, mid dog. Give me a plug in the closer. Shut it down, man.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all for having me on once again. And of course, how I started is how I will end it. Freak out, man. Please. Come watch the PT, man. I love y'all, man.
All right.
Hey, big
bro.
dog. I'll let you know that's one, my guy.
Cam over there free and Willie.
Yeah, I know, right? Sheesh. Free for sure, man. Like Cam. Okay, look. All right, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because it's getting late and I'm trying to focus on this game. As I think that we all are. So if you see the link, share the link. Launchpad, like we'll probably do another one here, like when the season gets come to a close. Probably that'll probably be a good time to do another one. Make sure to check us out. We got a full slate of shows this week on the Executive View Network. So tonight we got the regular show. Tomorrow wrestling show. There's another show I can't remember the name of it or what they talk about on that other show. But those three,
All right.
yeah, there's two more shows this week that you should definitely tune into. The wrestling show and tomorrow night there's another show. I'm not sure what they're gonna do on that show, what they're gonna talk about. But that being said,
Torpedo, man. Torpedo.
Quarterback.
yeah, man, like always a pleasure talking some Rockets with y'all boys. Peace.
All right, big dog. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Larry, you know what to do, my guy.
Man, I'll be back tomorrow, man. Hey, yeah, this was a pleasure, man, doing everything with everybody. Appreciate my cousin coming through. Hey, look, man, like you say, man, we got more stuff coming. Not just the all the shows we got coming. Go check out some of our content that we got coming out. Of course, I just did an NCAA. Just dropped a couple of videos. I know Sirius is gonna drop a video soon. Not just checking out our shows, man. We got some more content coming out. Just keep checking us out, keep supporting us, man. And I know it's late for Sirius. He probably yawning and thinking about sleeping his sleep.
I got enough to do and videos to edit, man.
Hey, look. And I had to, I ain't dropped too many cuss words tonight, so it's all good, man. Hey, I held out all the way to the very end, and we're not gonna even speak that guy on the Rockies that we all want traded up out of here. Anyway,
yeah,
peace. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm out, man.
Appreciate you, big dog. Man, it's your boy Sirius repping that 412 and the 703, man. It's such a privilege and a pleasure to do the show with these gentlemen, man. As they alluded to on their exit, we have a full slate of shows lined up for you guys this week, man. Tomorrow, we got our regularly scheduled program. We're starting NFL draft conversations, breaking news, Hughes. Will be back in the building with us on tomorrow to talk about the NFL draft. So be a lookout for that. Wednesday, our wrestling show, Backstage Business, will be back in the building. Also, Coach Villain may be over on the Nonsense Deep Thoughts podcast on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, about 7 o'clock. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We post the links about that, give them some love, give them some support. And then on Thursday, All Rise. We'll be talking about the 2025 New York Yankees. Myself, Villain, Aaron from the Not So Deep Thoughts podcast, and his buddy Anthony, who you've seen on the New York Knicks show, will be here talking about everything surrounding the New York Yankees, man. So that's a show you do not want to miss. We also got some other stuff coming up. Some videos, something of that nature. We have a MMA show that's in the works right now. I'm talking with both Coach and Larry about doing something with them banging drum trash can Astros. So be on the lookout for that. We got a lot of stuff, man. And also next week, I may have a guest in the building with us on Tuesday. He runs his own podcast. So again, I always say this table is big enough for everybody. Get in where you fit in, man. We love talking sports with the masses. With that being said, God bless. Catch you guys on the next one.